Hey YouTubers, well, we picked some stuff up out at the range, and not a lot, enough to show you what I go through. Now, you probably think, this is weird, guy has a bucket in his garage. But this is like the second brass prep video. We're going to go through it. Now, yeah, there's shotgun holes down in there too. One reason why I do this is you pick stuff up off the range, you never know what's in it. I've found a lot of spiders inside of these shotgun holes. So, being that this is West Virginia and we have black widow and brown recluse spiders running around, I'd rather wash them, make sure spiders get off of them before I take them inside. Makes the wife happier. I use this to wash my cars a lot. It's just blue coral wash and wax. I don't know if it has ammonia in it or not. They don't come in contact with it for that long. I just put a little bit down in here, and I got hot and cold water in my garage because this wash and wax stuff works better with hot water. And I was putting the pipes in my house, and I just went ahead and put 2 in there. So I'll take and I'll fill this up a little bit. Stir this up. Basically, I try to get them all submerged. Drown them bugs. But if you clean your brass, and there's brass down there other than the shotgun holes, but if you do it this way, you take it and you'll make your media in your tumbler last longer. I can get 35, even up as high as 50 tumbles out of it if I do it this way. Basically, I might take a stick. This is the end of my brush that I used to wash the car with. Stir it around a little bit. You want to make sure it gets, washed real good. Everything gets submerged. And I'll wash them and leave them soak for a couple minutes, and then I'll rinse them like several times. And then when you pull them out, after you rinse them, you got to shake the water off of them. And I'll show you the step 2 in this, how you dry these, and then we'll get into processing stuff. Okay, later. So, this is the ancient torture device known only to Greeks. No. This is what I use to dry my brass off. One of them high-tech spinning rotary air blowing things, otherwise known as a fan. Okay, this is what we got with us. We washed and rinsed this. My kids helped me grab this brass, so in the holes. So not all of it is, something I want to keep, but I put ridges here in this so I'll make sure all the water is dumped out of them, and I dip them up on end, and the air blows down inside of them and dries them. Even the Federal with the paper base wads. Let me get them all laid out here and we'll show you. Okay, YouTubers, 1/3 of a bucket, makes a little bit of brass there. Got a lot of pistol cartridges I got to sort through. I don't think I got one 45 ACP. A lot of 40 cals. I have friends that shoot 40 cals and they go to them. 45s I'm keeping because eventually I'm going to own a 1911 or I'm going to die waiting to buy one. And there's some other 9mm and stuff like that. The 9s I'll use. I got some 308. Got some 223. The elusive 10mm, which I will put up on my bullet board. And when I first seen this, I thought 3030. It is a 303 British, which will go on my bullet board too. So, just a few of them. A few of them I'll have to throw away because there's dented or the case was cut or something. But take what you can get. I pass on brass that I don't use to friends or whatnot. Or when I get a bag of stuff, I'll sell it cheaply. No, I'm not one of these people that tries to get a kidney out of a bag of brass for from someone. But anyway, that's how I do it. Now I'll leave it set here for maybe a day or so, just until my wife starts complaining a lot about walking through here, because this is in the hallway in our basement that goes to our washer. But so when she starts complaining a lot about it, it's usually dry and I can take it. Hey YouTubers, little hull of brass and hulls that got off the range. I let them dry overnight on the blanket, so with the fan on them. So now I gotta tumble these. Well, there's a few hazards you gotta look out for tumbling. Now this is a mixed batch. There's a whole bunch of 40 cal, some 9mm, some of that's mine. Then you got 223 and your 308, and there's even a 45 ACP, which I was hoping there was more of that. But evidently 1911s are tactical now, and everyone's picking up the brass and the 10mm. But here's some of the problems that I've found. You can tumble 223 with 9mm and they don't get stuck together too much, you know. But if you put it in with the dreaded 40 cal, you get that or this, and sometimes they like stick together, especially when they go in like this. That's not as bad as the 9mm mixing with the 40 cal. They go together. It's like, how do you decap that? But anyway, they stick together, and that's what you get out. And it's like annoying. So you have to keep your brass segregated here, because they don't get along with each other. So you don't want the 9mm getting stuck in the 40 cal. I don't even use the 40 cal. I collected for a friend. Actually, that friend is not going to get any more of it, because I think he's just hauling it in for brass. But anyway, definitely don't appreciate it. But anyway, so when I tumble this, I'm going to separate this. I want to put my rifle brass and the 9mm together, and then I'll do the 40 cal separate. Really don't have to do the 40 cal. It's just something I'll trade with someone. If someone has some 9mm that they want to trade for some 40 cal, I'll swap you. But anyway, I got a smaller tumbler, so it's kind of nice. I mean, I could tumble this all together, I think. But if you do, they get stuck together, and then you got issues. I put some of this Frankford Arsenal polished one-shot metal polish in here. And I was running it for, it's been going out 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. So we're going to stop this. My little fan's still running. I don't know if you can hear it. So we're going to add this to this. Make sure all the chunks have gotten mixed in with it. Here's one that's still, you don't want to get the clumps in with your brass. So anyway, we're going to add some of our brass, do a light load on there. Of course, this is the nano tumbler, so you ain't gonna, you know, put a bunch of stuff in there. So, well, we'll take this and we'll tumble this pretty much all the day. I'll keep an eye on it, check it about dinner time or something, see how it looks, see how much it's cleaned it up, and then we'll do that 40 cal later, and get it all cleaned up here. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done later. So after you run this, you get a dirty tumbler, you get slightly dirtier media, and you get some hopefully fairly clean and shiny brass. And you want to beat this around a little bit, change from a back and forth couple bowls, because you'll still see granules falling out of it. But you want to get these as shiny as you can, because that'll keep the tarnish off of them longer. Now you ain't going to get them perfect. I see some of the AR rounds, you'll notice they'll have dirty, you know, spaces on them or something. You ain't going to get it all off, especially with corncob, but you can make your corncob last a long time just by washing your brass before you put it in there. So I'll sort this out and work up what I can. Some of it's going up my bullet board, and some of it will go into my extra brass for trading stockpile. Really you know, that's about it. There's not a lot to say about you know, getting brass ready. Now you're going to move into resizing it. So that'll be the next little section.